This is the type of woman who's gonna start a fight with you at dinner because you happen to look in the eye of the waiter, who also just so happens to be a female. Why were you talking to our waiter? I saw the way you were looking at her.
Yeah, I am a menace. Keep me alright.
What's good, YouTube? Back here with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also follow me on Instagram, follow me on my Twitch, and if you want to see gaming reactions,
I got one of them goddamn legs over here. Here you go.
you can follow me on my main channel. Let's get into it.
Is the perfect girl, the perfect woman. What does she look like? How does she act? These are the million-dollar questions that all us men ask ourselves at some point in time. But the reality is, for most of us, the perfect girl looks a little bit different for everybody. You might like your girl thick in all the right places, and some men like them real thin and fun in the right places. Some of y'all like girls that can cook and clean, and some of y'all like women that are just a little bit more athletic so you can gym with them, but still just feminine enough to call them your little baby. As men, we like what we like. Your perfect girl might look a lot different from mine. But if there's one thing I know for sure, there's a long list of things that most of us men universally hate in women. And more than likely, if she does any of these things, we don't want nothing to do with her. So for my ladies, take your notebooks out. It's time to go to class. And for my fellas, I know a lot of y'all about to relate to this shit, because this is 7 types of girls you should not date. Up first on the list, we got Mrs. Way Too Bougie. I ain't gonna lie, I can't stand a woman that's way too bougie, bro. This is the type of girl that's too good for anything, leaving us as the men never.
High key though, these be the type of girls that like, they be boring as hell. Like, I ain't gonna lie, they be boring as hell. Cause like, they just so stuck up, and it's just like you can't really. You could try to have fun with them, but like, their fun be like, it be doing too much, and it's just boring as hell.
Good enough. You could take her to dinner and spend your whole goddamn paycheck trying to impress her on Valentine's Day, but she over here complaining because you didn't spend enough. It's her birthday and you just bought her a dozen roses, but she could care less because you didn't buy the brand of roses that's currently trending on TikTok. You see, there's virtually nothing you can do to impress this type of woman. The only reason she started dating your dumbass in the first place is because she thought you were an again of higher stature, or she probably thought you had a lot of money. They're only looking for what they can gain financially and for higher status in life. That's the only thing this type of woman wants out of a relationship. Listen, my young kings, read the signs. Stay away from these type of women. Look, I think it's really important.
You will go broke with these type of women. 100% of the time, you're going broke with these type of women. You can be stressed the fuck out because now she mad about, oh, you ain't get me this, that, and the fourth. That shit that really don't even fucking matter if we being honest. But like, yeah, you're just gonna never impress her. And if you do try to impress her, you're gonna go broke trying.
Important as a man that we do the best we possibly can for our women. But at the end of the day, you want a woman that appreciates you for your hard work and effort. I feel like that's fair. Regardless, next on the list we got Mrs. Too Insecure. The fact is, all human beings have insecurities in some way, shape, or form. But today we're talking about women with insecurities. And even though that's okay, but a woman that is too insecure, well, that's just a recipe for disaster, my boy. This is the type of woman who's gonna start a fight with you at dinner because you happen to look in the eyes of your...
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This girl right here, right? This girl right here, you're never winning with. I'm gonna tell you why you're never winning with her. Because you can do everything and you can do everything possible to make sure that she feels valid, and you know what I'm saying, you reassure and all that. Like, all her insecurity, she could be insecure about, you know, maybe she got cheated on in the past. You could put yourself out of all types of situations, like with any of the opposite sex, and guess what? It's gonna be that one time some random female looks at you and like you just see her in the peripherals, and now it's war. Now it's war. But she don't see the fact that you purposely then maneuvered yourself out of situations to make her feel better and make her feel good because you respect her insecurities. You're never gonna win with it. You're just never gonna win. You're gonna drive yourself crazy.
Go sit down. This is the type of woman that's gonna start a fight with you at dinner because you just so happen to look into the eyes of your waiter, who also just so happens to be a female. Why were you talking to our waiter? I saw the way you were looking at her. I knew you didn't even love me. Like what? I'm sorry I spoke to another female in your presence. Trying to order food for the both of us, by the way, that I'm paying for. Like, damn, cut a nigga some slack. This type of woman's always gonna make a problem out of everything. It never worked, bro. And these problems are always gonna stem from her insecurities.
And it could be, you know, and in the craziest part, like, it would be from some shit like 10 niggas ago. It would be from some shit 10 niggas ago. Whoever that first nigga was, put the smack down on her ass, cause she been taking that shit out on 9 of like, it's crazy, but like, that's how I view though.
Constantly comparing herself to others, seeking petty sympathy out of her partner. The only way you could truly satisfy a woman like this is if you walked around blindfolded everywhere with a t-shirt with her face on it, letting everybody know that she's your girlfriend at every waking moment. Trust me, boys, it ain't worth it. For third place, we got Mrs. Too Ratchet, or Too Ghetto, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. Now for this one, I do recognize, depending on the type of nigga you are and your background, you might actually like this. But I'm gonna go ahead and strongly assume that most men don't.
I think it's like, if you're from the hood, right, you know how to maneuver around that, because that's all you know what I'm saying? You know how to maneuver around that. But like, I think, so this is a good one, but it's a tricky one for me because like I'm from the hood, so I know how that shit go. I know how to maneuver all that shit. Like to me, all right, like ration is like all right, whatever. But like once you step outside of that realm, and once you start going into different environments with different types of women, that's when it's like, all right, now you come back to that shit. Now it's like a put off. Like now you just like, nah, I don't know about that. But yeah, it's like a put off. It's like a put off to you because now you done seen how other people treat you, and you're like, I don't really want this no more. So he's cooking though.
In my experience, these women are over masculine and very aggressive, and I get it. Trust me, girls can be tough too. That's fire. There isn't anything wrong with that. But a woman that's just too ratchet is universally a problem.
Yeah.
Let me explain. I personally don't like going to clubs. That's not really an activity that I partake in, at least not willingly. But one night, one of my homies was able to convince me to come with him to experience it for the first time. And I'm a firm believer that experience is important in life, so I agreed. I could give you the scope of that full experience on another video, but as we were waiting in line to get inside this club, there was this huge 6'10" Hulk looking nigga. I'm talking monstrous, bruh. Buddy was pushing through the line to get to the front, and I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't being polite about it. He was damn near shoving niggas to get the way for real. But me personally, I'm not about to fight somebody over that shit. I don't know him, and I don't know his situation. So a nigga happened to brush shoulders with me, just a little bit more aggressive than I'd like. It's not that big of a deal. Call it what you want, but it ain't that deep. I got a life to live and I got goals to achieve. I wasn't about to get my skull crushed in over a club night that I damn near didn't even want to be at in the first place. So I need you to believe how perplexed I was when I saw this couple in front of me that happened to get shoved by this guy when he was pushing through the line. And when I tell you this zigging girl, bro, just started yelling, "Oh hell nah, you not about to cut us in line, you ugly gorilla ass nigga."
Oh my
Her boyfriend's face was full of shut
the fuck
up. Please. I could just tell that this wasn't the first sticky situation that his girl has put him in because she had a loud mouth. Always trying to start problems and shit with people.
That's the issue though. Like that one right there is the issue because it's just certain time and place to handle shit in certain situations. Now you done got me fucked up because you want to run your mouth and shit.
Problems that he, as the man, now has to deal with. Yeah, I watched that nigga get his ass beat that night because his loudmouth girlfriend couldn't contain herself. I really could go on the ratchet girl for days because, bruh, I just think it's funny how these type of people, they pick fights with people and make things such a big deal over and over and over again. It seems to be like a pattern in their personality, right? But when it comes down to it, the boyfriend is always the one that has to pick up the slack on a fight that they started. As a man, you're supposed to protect your woman. That's a fact. But your woman also shouldn't be putting you in positions to be fucked up all the time. Like, at that point,
Cause like that, bro. Cause they don't be understanding sometimes. Like that shit. A situation like that might be my last day on this earth. But they don't see it like that. They just like, all right, like, oh nah, like he got me fucked up. You gonna be shoving niggas trying to get in line. You don't know what that fuck, what he know, what he got. You don't know none of that. And we ain't just gonna sit there and once it go off, it's all liabilities. Once it starts a fight, it's all liabilities. You're liable to get beat the fuck up, stomped out, shot, stabbed, all types of shit. You liable for it. And he just trying to avoid the shit because he knows in the back of his head, like, man, like, this could get ugly fast and quick for either one of us. And guess what? She ain't gotta deal with none of that. She can sit there and watch you get your ass beat. Then she gonna dump your ass because you got your ass beat.
Of a burden, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, ghetto bitches, that's a no-go for me, man. Now in fourth place, we got the girl who only has a big mouth in front of the homies. Now before we dive too deep on that, as a man, you gotta know how to man up and take a joke. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a girl that has some personality that decides to make fun of you in front of your friends. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I actually think that's a pretty healthy characteristic you want to have in your woman. You want to be able to enjoy her company, especially around your friends and shit. Like a girl with no personality and humor, that's boring. Who wants that? Like I had this one girl I was dating that would always crack the same joke in front of my friends, bro. I hated that joke. I always say I looked like Sid from Ice Age. I fucking hate when people say that. The reason I hate it is because people say it so much. Apparently, it's true. I don't see the resemblance, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna lie. So anytime she said that shit in front of people, people would laugh, and it was a good time. There's no harm in that. Even though it kind of like poked fun at me a little bit, I think that's cool. I'm never gonna be mad at my girl poking fun at me or anyone at that matter. Like niggas need to know how to take a joke. But what is absolutely unacceptable is a woman that always makes it her life mission to disrespect you in front of your peers. Why does she feel the need to air out all your personal business in front of the homies? That ain't cool. Because when y'all alone, she's always super nice, super cuddly, talking about how you're her rock and all that goo goo gaga bullshit. But when your homeboys pull up, she talking about, Berto told me he don't even like you niggas. He talk shit about y'all all day. Whoa. First off, that ain't what I said. But if I have a personal issue with one of my homies and I come home to vent to you, my woman, my supposed...
You're supposed to keep that shit in-house. That shit not supposed to leak out at all. The fact that shit leak out, that shit fucks with everybody. Plus to me, I feel like if you being mad, disrespectful all the time when you're around the homies, I feel like you like one of them niggas. It's only one other way, cause you just like, haha, look at this nigga, like I be disrespecting him. He not even a real man. Like that's a signal for one of your homies to be like, shit, she don't respect him, so why should I respect him in his relationship? Why should I respect it? Let me go ahead and go smack at her. Now what? Watch me put her in her place like he should. Like
left hand and rock and tell you some shit in confidence because you're my girlfriend. I don't expect you to blow the spot up when I'm hanging with my boys. Or even worse, this is the type of girl that's gonna start just saying absolute lies. Like bullshit trying to be funny in front of people. But there's a difference between funny and disrespect. Yeah. Talking about, oh, this nigga, he ain't shit. His pee small and his stroke game weak. And he sucks my toes. And I spend all his money. And he won't do shit about it because he kind of be acting like a shit for real. I get you trying to put on a show for the boys right now, but you're really just making yourself look bad. And now nobody likes you because all you doing is capping your ass off. Yeah. Now in fifth place, we got one that's kind of two-sided again, depending on the type of guy you are. But in my opinion, I don't think it's good to date a girl that's too damn horny. Like me personally, I'm always down for some freaky time. That's cool, especially if it's with your significant other. But when it starts to get a little bit like, everywhere, anywhere, that's all they think about 24/7. And they applying pressure. I'm not what you shopping in the middle of Target. She trying to go crazy. You having a family dinner with her parents for the first time. She trying to go crazy in the bathroom. You stuck in traffic on the freeway? fuck it. The cars ain't moving anyway. You at church in the middle of a Sunday service. Stop. Pick up the Bible, pray, and ask for forgiveness. Look, man, in all seriousness, this one on the list, it's not that big of a deal, right?
I'm
They're
not with you with this
definitely
one.
worse
This one's
things.
not cooking.
But I really do think it's pretty annoying when a woman
Can it be annoying? Maybe. But like, you gotta like understand, like, some things you gotta deal with as far as you're not gonna get a perfect balance of everything. So like, if she's too horny, cool, but like, at least she's too horny for you, my nigga. Like, you gotta think about it like that too. But I don't know, I just feel like that's not as bad of a problem as if like she wasn't horny enough around you. I feel like that'd be more of an issue than her being too horny. Cause like, if you being too horny, that means like it don't matter. Like, when I'm ready, is we good. Like, it's straight. But like, let's just say it's the opposite per se, and like I want to do stuff, and like she's just never in the mood. I feel like that's worse. I feel like if you would have said that one, I would agree.
Like, she don't got no substance to her. You know what I'm saying? Outside of getting nasty, what value does she provide? You could barely hold a straight conversation with her without her trying to unbuckle your pants. Me personally,
okay.
I want a woman that also has a good head on her shoulder.
Okay, I lied. He kind of got me with that last one, cause like, yeah, we gotta have some type of conversations or something. Cause at this point, we might as well just be a little situationship or something, a little friends with benefits or something. Cause at that point, that's really all it is, though. But like, if we talking about somebody who got high sex drive and like they also are very good with conversation, ooh, I'm fine with that.
No pun intended.
But having that type of head is also good.
6th place, the pathological liar.
Yes.
This one
Yes.
doesn't need that much explaining.
Yes.
Nobody likes a liar.
Yes.
And if you're dating a woman that lies about everything, I'm talking about she lies about shit that don't even matter, bro. Like, why are you lying? Hey babe, I'm just gonna run out and go to the grocery store. I just need to get some stuff. Oh yeah, for sure, just be safe. But instead she snuck off to the mall to go shopping. Like, why did you lie? I don't understand what the point of lying is.
I hate
If you want to
liars.
go
I do not like
shopping,
liars
just
at all.
go shopping. I
do
do
not like
realize
liars.
that some niggas just lame as f***. They're control freaks, which ultimately leads to women lying about everything. But me personally, I don't give a fuck what my girl wants to do. Do what you want to do, love. Just keep it real with me so I can do the same. Because there's nothing worse than being in a relationship that you can't even trust with the little things. Like, it's almost
but like, once the
better
little things start
to know that my
building
girl
up,
is
it's
a
gonna be
cheating bitch. Because if that's her truth, at least you know, nigga, it ain't no surprise. But when she just a lying motherfucker, there's not much you can do because you don't even know. So if you're dating somebody that just be lying for no reason, I'm talking white lies left and right, like it's uncontrollable, it ain't worth it, bro. Leave her. Number 7, last but not least, arguably the worst on this list. Because if you're subject to this type of woman, you honestly need to look in the mirror and figure out what is going on in your life. I'm talking about Mrs. Control Freak.
Oh yeah.
She's a no-go, my boy. Now,
Yes.
before I start bashing Mrs. Control Freak, I'm not on that red pill, blue pill bullshit. I don't put myself in a box and submit my life to shit like that. I live my life.
I feel like that's like that with anybody though. I feel like dating wise there is some balance, you know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and do everything that you was doing when you were single, when you dating somebody. You can't do that. You have to give and take things. Like, you can't, it's certain things you know you can't do because you're in a relationship. Same way certain things I know I can't do and I'm in a relationship. So it's just like, that's give and take. But when it comes to like, it comes to the point where everything you doing, like, you gotta run through a person, then I kind of feel like that's too much. That's way too much. I feel like, yeah, you should, setting boundaries is cool, but like, once you get outside of that, I think that's where it comes in. But like I said, it all depends, because some people will be like, some people think that some people's boundaries are controlling, but it's just boundaries. So
on what I think is important based off experiences that I've had and experience and things that I've learned from other people. Male figures that I look up to in my life. I think way too many people get too caught up in the red pill, blue pill bullshit. Because if you're a nigga with a brain, you understand that you can agree with some of the things that somebody says and disagree with some other parts of what somebody says. You don't need to.
Side note, I feel like that's a lost art in society today. I say that the ability to take some things from people and put it in your pocket and then disagree with some of the things that they say and just throw it out in the trash, like it's a lost art. People be like, if they don't 100% agree with you all the time, then you're an enemy and you're an op. I don't see it like that. I think you can always learn something from everybody, no matter if they have horrendous takes at times or whether they have good takes. I feel like there's always something you can learn from somebody, and just because you might not agree with somebody or something that they say, you automatically disqualify everything that they said and done in the past. I don't think it worked like that, but like most smart people understand that concept.
Pick a side indefinitely. I don't know why everybody wants shit to be so black and white. Apply the shit that you like and don't listen to the shit that you don't like. Because the truth is, there's good and bad on both fucking sides. So one thing that I think is super important in relationship,
and a lot of time, especially with like the let's just say the red pill, blue pill shit, like if we really being honest, they're the same coin. They're the same coin. Literally the same. They're literally the same. They both have very extreme beliefs that are both in line with the same. They do the same tactics with each other, have the same rhetoric and same everything. They're literally the same, just a different side of the coin.
Is having a level of equal respect. I think a woman traditionally should look up to her man, look at you for guidance, inspiration, protection, help. The list can go on forever. And I also think the woman should provide a lot of values that are also equal to some of the things I just said. Regardless, we need each other. I might be better at this, she might be better at that. When we come together, it's supposed to be this big, great thing. But what is absolutely unacceptable, bruh, is when some of you niggas get carried around on a leash by your girl, bruh. Come on, man.
You can't do that. I hate seeing this too.
Man up, bruh. I'm talking about the guys that want to go hang out with their bros for the day. Like you want to just get some alone time away from your woman. You want to just go do you for a second. But your girl said, no, you need to stay here and rub my feet.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
And the worst part is, you listened, my nigga. You played yourself, bro. As much as I want to tell you to stay away from this type of woman, if you as a man find yourself in these type of scenarios, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You need to take a look in the mirror.
Yeah, you do.
You got some work to do. Because we gotta call a spade a spade.
My boy.
If you acting like a bitch,
you is one. You is one.
Treat you like one. It's really important to listen to your girl, especially if she's a good girl. A lot of times, girls are smarter than us. But the difference is, you need to be listening to a woman who respects you as a man, and not the woman that just wants you to do her bidding. At the end of the day, be a man, find the right woman for you, because the one that's 100% right for you might be 100% wrong for me. All this shit's opinionated at the end of the day, right? I'm just giving you mine. And for my female viewers, don't worry, ladies. If y'all show me you want it, I definitely got the 7 type of niggas you don't want to date. We all have our flaws and we all got a lot of improving to do. But I think the first step in recognizing what we want out of our partner is looking in the mirror and asking yourself, do you even have the qualities that your ideal thought of a partner even wants in the first place? That's good right there.
That's good thoughts right there. That's good. That's good.
Where you at, Berto?
To Morocco, I got pretty women showing titties like I'm Flacco. I came in a hot top, I'm still in the drop.